Welcome to Raising Baby Authors. I'm Kasia, your host, and a brand new writer. If you feel overwhelmed and lost about this whole writing thing, you're certainly not alone. Join me while I pester my author guests for writing advice and find out how they do it. Because if they could, then why not you? It truly takes a village to raise an author, so let me share my village with you. Hello, dear listener. Are you currently writing your first book? Or the second book? Or thinking about finally writing that book idea you had for years? If you're listening to this podcast, you probably are, and I bet you're struggling with something. Maybe you're worried your plot is going nowhere, or you have questions about writing dialogue or exposition. Or maybe you are done with that dreaded first draft and you have no idea where to go from here. I also bet that you're feeling alone in this, that everyone around you knows what they're doing and you're the only one that is lost. I know because that is how I felt. Or, let's be honest, still feel most of the time. Would you like to hear from the writers who have been through the same struggles and came out on the other side? Would you like to receive practical, actionable advice from published authors? Well, then let me welcome you to the Raising Baby Authors podcast. My name is Kasia and I will be your host and fellow student on this journey. First of all, why should you even listen to me? I haven't published any books yet. I don't have an MFA or an English degree. Hell, English is not even my first language. I've been working in IT for the past decade, and never in my wildest dreams had I imagined myself being a writer one day. And yet here I am, because what I do have is an endless desire to learn. I started my writing journey about a year ago when I got an idea for a story. Back then, I would listen to any writing advice. I was so hungry for knowledge, I'd participate in any seminar I could find. I'd signed up for countless writing coaches' newsletters and workshops. At some point, the sea of possibilities became so vast it paralyzed me. I thought I couldn't write my book until I finished every course and read every craft book. But that's just not how this works. At the same time, I met many talented authors through Instagram, where I review books. When I had questions about writing, I'd post them, and there would be a wave of authors answering in my comments or DMs. They were all so eager to help. And I realized this was what was missing for me in my writing journey. I could have a mentor. In fact, I could have many mentors, and so can you. I may have no qualifications, but my guests do. Indie and traditionally published authors who made it, who are passionate about writing and are ready to share their knowledge. I mostly read and write romance, so the bulk of my guests will be romance authors. But Raising Baby Authors is open to listeners and authors of all genres, so don't hesitate to tell all your writer friends about this awesome new podcast. Well, this is it for the trailer episode. See you in the next one, and keep writing. If you like what you hear so far, please consider subscribing and tune in for the next episode. If you have burning questions about writing you'd like to have answered, head to my Instagram page at kkalbabooks and leave me a message. Or use my email k.k.alba.books@gmail.com. If you'd like your favorite author to answer your question on my show, again, head to my Instagram or email me to let me know which author you'd like me to invite, and I'll try to get over my anxiety and do it. On the other hand, if you're an author who's published at least one book, traditional or indie, and you'd like to become a guest, well, you know what to do by now. Message me and let's get to know each other.